We're heading to the big board, state of the presidential race. Things change so much we have to do this at least once a week. The Cook Political Report had the map, past tense, like this before they made some changes in their election outlook. What they did, and I've set up their previous map with 268 on the verge of victory for the Republicans before the race was reset, 226 for the Dems with 44 toss-ups. They took Georgia, Arizona, and Nevada and made them toss-ups. They used to be lean R. So here it is, Georgia, okay, that went to yellow, Arizona, as we move west, and Nevada. So when you do that and make those all toss-ups, you're where we are, right? This is where we've been at News Nation for quite a while. 235 to 226. DDHQ, our election partners, have that with the toss-up states, 77 electoral votes. So now we start to talk about paths to victory for Kamala Harris, where the momentum has been with the Harris campaign. Let's today start with Michigan, because that's where she was. If she wins Michigan, then she opens up a number of paths. It gives her the slight edge over Trump, 241 to 235, with those 5 swing states still on the map. So now she has the Sun Belt strategy. What's the Sun Belt strategy? So we go back and talk about Georgia, Arizona, Nevada. Those are the 3 states that the Cook Political Report moved on today. If you take them, remember Biden won them last time around, and make them blue. Here's Georgia, here's Arizona, okay, and here's Nevada. Where's Harris? Top left. 274, 270 needed to win. She's over the top. Again, we're starting with Michigan. Well, a lot of times we start with Pennsylvania, but if you start with Michigan, you have the Sun Belt, but you could also go in other directions. For example, if you win in just Georgia, okay, and then in Arizona, you might be a little bit short, 268, and Nevada's been close. You know, maybe it goes to Trump. You have your other options, and you just have to win one of the big 3. So let's say Pennsylvania goes there for Harris, you're 287. Real quick, before we wrap things up, let's look at the path for Trump, because we've been talking about the momentum a lot for Harris, but it's not like she has this thing in the bag. By no means. It's a toss-up. If anything, it's a very, very close race. So how does Trump win it? A couple weeks ago, he had all kinds of paths. His campaign figured he was probably already over 300 electoral votes. What's his best bet now? Well, you still have all these swing states on the map. So let's say that Trump goes down south and wins. Win in Georgia, okay, we'll just lean it to the red, Arizona and Nevada. Again, not far-fetched. That would leave the big 3 in the blue wall off the map. He'd need 1 out of 3, right? So take your pick. Maybe it's Wisconsin, for example, which I just shaded in red, and then Trump ends up with 278. So he has his options. The best way probably for Trump to do it, that's why it's the most important state. We put them all and we reset it, Pennsylvania, right? If Pennsylvania were to lean red, it really narrows the paths for Harris. He has all kinds of options. Then he could win in Georgia. That's already exactly 270. You could also win in Arizona and Nevada to get there. But we'll reset it because that's what's happened in the last couple of weeks. We have a 235 Trump, 226 Harris, 77 are toss-ups.